My name is Gloria Hernandez. This is Patty Dawson, Warrior Woman, and Stan Santos. We're on the Justice for Patty Dawson's committee. Today is Thursday, June 14, 2012, and we're in Fresno, California, in front of Fresno County Superior Court. Last year, at approximately 3:30, an incident took place in Tarpey Village. We're here on behalf of Patty Dawson Vasquez, a Navajo and San Carlos Apache Native American woman who was assaulted last year after being chased for miles in her vehicle by Jennifer Fraser, her husband Eric Hansen, and another male in the Fresno County island referred to as Tarpey Village. 2 days later, the Fresno Bee reported that 3 juveniles were arrested on felony, vandalism, and hate crime charges after going on a graffiti rampage during which they tagged about 20 homes, cars, fences with swastikas and white supremacy slogans, also in Tarpey Village. The legal case against Jennifer Fraser continuously has been demonstrated bias against Dawson and has delayed justice for Patty. Following are the reasons for our concerns. Fresno County Sheriff Officers, FSO, failed to investigate this as a hate crime, misidentifying Dawson as a Hispanic and accusing her of road rage at the beginning of the investigation. FSO also failed to timely investigate the case, canvass the area, or obtain the video from a nearby gas station. When FSO finally interviewed Fraser, she admitted to assaulting Patty Dawson. She further stated she was the aggressor, had problems with her temper, and was raised very badly. The FSO did not arrest Fraser until months after the community put pressure on the department. There has been no disclosure on the facts regarding the other 2 men and their roles in the pursuit and beating, nor their connections to known hate groups. The bald-headed man who allegedly was riding shotgun on the vehicle kept spitting at Dawson was identified as Fraser's husband and is reported to have gang-like racist tattoos. The FSO also failed to disclose as to the status, gang, probation, or parole of people in Fraser's vehicle. The car used in the attack was previously registered to a man known as being active in a KKK group. Investigators did not immediately consider all evidence that could substantiate a hate crime charge. They failed to canvass the area and were only concerned about their shift change at the time of the incident. A senior deputy district attorney informed Dawson that the DA office lacked resources to adequately investigate the case when she complained about their plan to plea bargain the case. A deputy district attorney also informed Dawson that Fraser would probably get probation as she had no priors. Fraser has received numerous postponements, one to allow her time to find her so-called Native American paperwork, and then because she has to deliver her newborn. Another extension was given because her overworked public defender was on a trial, and then later because he failed to adequately prepare for the case, and then because Fraser needed a new public defender because he got transferred out of the area. On March 5th, the Justice for Patty Dawson Committee, with assistance from the U.S. Department of Justice, met with representatives of the court, FSO, and others to deal with the perception and actions by the FSO acting against the Dawson Committee, who were being treated as criminals instead of Fraser. However, Fraser continues to receive the protection and admiration of the FSO when attending court hearings, and I have handed you all a picture of that. The judge holding the arraignment started in calling for Fraser's case first so that we could get these bodies out of here. A letter sent complaining about the judge's statement to the presiding judge was never even responded to. A letter handed to Dawson's supporter from Fraser's father indicated that they had papers that they are Native American and that the Fraser would never hurt another Native American and that they have many Native friends. Furthermore, that Fraser had thought Dawson was a Mexican. Fraser was charged with felony assault, a charge that does not include assault with a deadly weapon for the use of her car, endangering the public, or leaving the scene of a crime. Today is the anniversary of the crime, which left Patty Dawson with a concussion, broken nose, crushed nasal passage, a broken bone under her eye, and bruised ribs. Her lower back continues to bother her to this day. She has missed numerous work days on her part-time employment, working as an LVM for special needs students, first to heal from the beating and then to attend court cases which have been postponed over and over on behalf of the defendant. The Southern Poverty Law Center's website lists 4 active hate groups in Fresno County. Listed are the California Skinheads, Holy Nation of Odin, the Creativity Alliance, and Vinland Folk Resistance, and for this reason, this issue must be addressed immediately. Next happening is an order to show cause settlement conference is set for July 12th and a jury trial for July 23rd. We believe that the defense will push for probation and anger management classes. Our fear is that unless a proper investigation is conducted into the background of all the individuals in Fraser's car to collaborate the relationships to hate gangs, there will be no justice for Patty Dawson, and this could happen to women over and over again. Our demand that the Fresno County District Attorney punish all parties responsible for this crime, treat them like they would treat other gang members. All should be charged with assault with a deadly weapon for attempting to push her vehicle into incoming traffic. And above all, the district attorney should use the force of California Penal Code section 422.55, which defines a hate crime as a criminal act committed in whole or part because of one or more of the following actual or perceived characteristics of the victim. And nationality and race and ethnicity are included in this. I have also handed you the letter that Jennifer Fraser's father gave to us at one of the court hearings. I believe it was in November, right? People help me. And his letter indicates that Jennifer lied to him over and over. In the testimony that was provided at the preliminary hearing, Jennifer, based on the testimony provided by Detective Toscano under oath, Jennifer did tell him that she was the aggressor, did assault Patty, and had a very, very bad raising. And this is a letter that the father gave to us stating that she would never hurt a Native American. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what he says. What matters here is that the Fresno sheriff officers, because they were at swing shift when that happened, they just moved on. They didn't bother to go back and canvass the area. We went back many moons later and learned that they didn't go and get the video camera from the ARCO, which could have captured the crime, which could have identified more of the witnesses that were able to see this. There was testimony on the witness that was right behind Patty Dawson at the preliminary hearing, and that woman, who is an attorney here in Fresno, said that that man was spitting at Patty, yet nothing was done. We all know that if this were to happen in the south side of town, all those people would be busted, all those people would have a gang enhancement charge, and all those people would probably be already in prison. But here they're talking about giving probation. And that's why we're calling this press conference, because we think you need to go and do a proper investigation into Jennifer's background. Warrior Woman?
Good. My name is Warrior Woman, and I'm from the Oyate Nation. And we're here in support of Patty Dawson because we feel that it is a hate crime, just like the crime that was in Nevada, that they pulled some family members and beat them up. It's also like a brother that was written with a tattoo or carved in his stomach after surgery, KKK. Just like in Arizona, when a brother was jumped, skinned his head, shaven, and written a swastika sign branded on his head. Patty was chased 12 blocks and then spit on and beaten. And the judge in here, it says that what's her name, Fraser didn't hit her that hard, didn't know that she was going to hit him. I don't even think that judge should be in there. I honestly believe that this is institutional racism here in Fresno and probably the whole United States about indigenous people. That it doesn't matter if we're Spanish or Native American, we're still indigenous, and no woman should be pulled out of their car, beaten, followed 12 blocks, and then beaten up, and two of the people who did it aren't even charged, just the woman. So we're here to say that not just here in Fresno, but in Arizona and Nevada and South Dakota, where indigenous people are being still attacked by the non-indigenous people. Yes, and they did all take place amongst each other, in they're all close. Sometimes we're wondering, what does it all mean? Why are the Indian people now being attacked again? you know, they got the reservations, they put casinos on them to sidetrack the people and take the mineral and resources after 75 to 90% natural resources underneath the indigenous people's land. So we're just here to support Patty and her family, and we honestly want true justice, real justice, justice that people should automatically have as people of this country. On all my relations.
Stan's going to talk about the statistics.
Just briefly, first I'd like to say that I think it's appropriate that we're here on a day that we honor the American flag, a day in which we should also be honoring all of the veterans of all the wars, a day in which we recognize that Native Americans and Chicanos, Mexicanos, Latinos in general have served with pride and with courage in all of this nation's wars, nonetheless have yet to receive the recognition of that service which they are so proud of. It's unfortunate that it's also a day which we're coming up on a year in which a hate crime was perpetrated against Patty Dawson in an area which, despite its surroundings and income status, is known for having a disproportionate number of hate crimes. According to the recent FBI statistics, Clovis, with a population of slightly more than 95,000, had 6 reported hate crimes, the same number as Fresno with a population of 450,000. Clovis had twice as many hate crimes as the city of Compton, a town which is known for a high level of violence. That's also not surprising that the number which was reported is actually probably just the tip of the iceberg, because it's generally recognized by all the reporting agencies that these are crimes which are underreported because nobody really understands the definition of a hate crime. Again, hate crimes, as has been repeated again and again, are crimes which are the result of somebody who may have a characteristic which may be concluded to be due to their race, ethnic origin, sex or sexual identification, perhaps even income status. I mean, if you look at the hate crime as it's classified by the FBI and Congress, you could probably add to that list and say that if we continue along this path, perhaps anybody who combs their hair in a certain way or has perhaps even a certain political affiliation could be a victim of a hate crime at any time. But again, we've noticed that Clovis and this area is known for being a sundowner town. It's been stated that if you're black, brown, or Native American, you'd probably be better off getting out of town when the sun goes down. That's been stated again and again by people of that community. It's very unfortunate. Again, I'm here on the part of the immigrant community, again noting that she actually admitted, and her father reinforced that statement, that she actually thought that she was attacking a Hispanic. And so that's unfortunate. I think that should be duly noted in the record.